She has been a coach since June of 2014, so fairly new in the business. She's a 5-star diamond, 2-time elite coach. Like I said, she has a full-time job at a Fortune 500 company. She is a wife. She is an animal advocate, and she's a trauma survivor, which is part of her story that she will share with you tonight on overcoming the unthinkable and continuing to progress your business. So without further ado, I want to introduce my new friend, Jillian Kaplan.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here tonight. Because I work in corporate America, I'm a little OCD type A, and so I have a presentation for you guys. I am going to share it. Can everyone see that? Yes? Okay, cool. And Christina has a copy of this, so don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't write fast enough. How do I get this all in? There's a copy of this, so you can look at it later. I'm going to talk to you tonight about overcoming obstacles and making the most of your time. And I know that some people are probably like, these don't mesh, but they really do, because when life throws you lemons and you know what you need to do, right, and you already have kind of a plan of attack, it's very, very easy to stay on track. Whereas if you're like all over the place and life throws you a lemon, you're kind of like, I don't even know where to start, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I was when I started this journey. So I am a girl that likes what I do for work. Honestly, I like my 9 to 5. It fulfills me in a different way than Beachbody does. I love Beachbody also. But I'm very like math brained, and I'm an engineer, so I get to do a lot of geeky things at work, which I love. And so I started Beachbody as a customer, and I was a yo-yo dieter, a former yo-yo dieter. I was a binge eater. I was a diet pill addict. I had tried everything, right? And I saw my coach now posting about 21-day fix, and I had done P90X like forever ago. I bought it on eBay and I had great results with it, but then I didn't know anything about coaches and I fell off track, which is what happens when you don't have a coach, right? And so I went back to my yo-yo dieting, and so I decided to try 21-day fix as a customer, and I fell in love with the community and the programs, and I signed up to coach for the discount, because why not? I had a lot of digestive issues, and Shakeology literally like fixed them. It was amazing. So I thought, okay, I'm going to definitely do this for the discount. People started noticing differences in me. They're like, you look great. What are you doing? And so I kind of explain, like, this is what I'm doing. And that's how my coaching business grew. And it grew, pretty fast in the beginning. And then 2015 really took off. And I had the honor of leading an elite team in 2015, which was amazing. And I was kind of like blown away by this opportunity. I never thought that this is what it would be like for me. And so I had some really good results. On the left is sort of like my overall results. And on the right, you can see that's this Fix Extreme Countdown to Competition plan. Those results were like amazing. So I worked really, really hard. And, I had just come from Summit 2016 last year. I literally just got home. In 2015, I had like one coach with me, and it was super fun. We had a great time. In 2016, I had a whole team. I was able to like rent a house for us. It was so fulfilling. And I got home and I got this email that I was chosen for the CONCRTE Force test group, which is like not something you can apply for or earn or anything. Someone just has to like pick you. And I like jumped off the couch. My husband probably thought I like won the lottery or something. I was so excited. So, I'm like on this high, right? Like I had this amazing time at Summit. I had my whole team there. I got chosen for the CONCRTE Force test group. There was so much recognition because we were a 2015 elite team. And I was like, just excited. I was just excited. And then because life throws you some crazy curveballs, a really crazy thing happened to me. August 10th, so about 10 days after I got home from Summit, I was walking my dog in a crosswalk, broad daylight, 8 a.m., and I got hit at full speed by a car. I had emergency brain surgery to save my life. I shattered my entire pelvis. I don't remember anything. I was in the ICU for a week, and then I was in a rehab hospital for a month. I was wheelchair bound. I wasn't able to stand. I was allowed to like pivot in and out of my wheelchair so I could like go to the bathroom and stuff, for 2 months. And from there I went to crutches and walking and whatever. And I will tell you guys that before this accident, I didn't have this huge why. And I was always sort of jealous of these coaches that did. I didn't have a job I hated. I wasn't in a ton of debt. I didn't have kids I wanted to stay home with. I just loved what I did. I just loved this business. But I will tell you that being fit saved my life. Like, the doctors have told me that I would not have survived that trauma if I wasn't fit. And if I did survive that trauma, I never would have recovered the way I did. Everyone at the scene did not expect me to live through the accident. They had me in brain surgery within 30 minutes of getting to the hospital to save my life. They thought I'd have brain damage. I have brain damage. They said I'd never walk again. I'm walking, I'm doing fitness programs, I'm doing all the things they said I would never do. And while I needed to be physically fit, I also had to be mentally fit. And that's sort of where Beachbody came in. So you'll see like my picture on the left, I'm kind of a hot mess. That was, you could see like my half shaved head. I have a weave now, so I fixed that situation. But you can see that on the left, that's like right after the accident. And then you can see sort of in the middle, I'm on crutches, standing, and I had this crazy thing in my pelvis. I had 4 holes drilled through my skin, and this thing holding my pelvis together. So instead of putting a bunch of plates in my pelvis, which would have probably been easier in the short term, but harder in the long run, my husband decided to have this fixator put in for me, which was a great decision, because when it came out, all the metal came out of my body. My pelvis basically regrew the way it was supposed to, and all the metal came out of my body. And now I just have a regular pelvis. I have no pain. I'm like a weird science experiment. That's what I tell them. I feel like my doctors are like amazed by me. And then you'll see like I kind of had to start over. So I actually didn't gain a ton of weight when I was in the hospital, but when you can't stand for 2 months, you lose a lot of your muscle. Like, that's just reality. And so those are finally, when I got to do my first round of core de force in November, I was supposed to be able to start, in August, really disappointing, but I got to start in November when the program actually launched. Those were my first results. And the fact that I was able to complete a program from start to finish, 3 months after I got hit by a car and nearly died and shattered my entire pelvis, is like unbelievable. And so my passion for this business has grown so much more, because I know that like being healthy isn't about skinny jeans anymore for me, right? It's about like surviving stuff like this and being overall healthy, and like just I can't even tell you how much it's helped me. And so through this entire ordeal, I continued to work my business. And I will tell you that I'm a worker. Like, I like to work. And so I was out on disability from my 9 to 5. And while you're out on disability, you're not allowed to do anything. Like, I was like not allowed to get into my email. I was not allowed to do anything, because I was still in the hospital and the doctors hadn't cleared me. But without Beachbody, I literally would have been sitting staring at the wall the entire day. But this gave me like a sense of purpose and a sense of something to do. And if I help one person by like inspiring them, I would like sit in my hospital bed and literally have like a band. I'd be like lifting weights. People would be like, what the heck is she doing? Like, she shouldn't be doing that. But honestly, it gave me like a sense of who I was again, a sense of purpose. I knew that I had to keep moving, because that is the reason I survived, because I kept moving. So I'm going to go through sort of the stuff that I had established before this accident, so that I knew exactly what I had to do, right, to keep going. And this, like, just having this sense of purpose is really the reason I continued my business. Like, it was just so important to me. And I can't tell you how many people have come to me and said, well, if you can do it from a wheelchair, like, because I was literally doing core de force from a wheelchair in the beginning, then I can probably give it a shot, right? And that's the truth. Like, you have so much to offer someone. Like, even if you're modifying, even if you you know, have to watch what you, different kind of things. You have special meal plans because you can't eat, or you have to be careful of what you work out. Like, you have so much to offer and inspire someone, and you don't have to make it like this. It doesn't have to be as bad an accident as me to inspire someone, right? We all have something we're going through that someone else is going through that you can help them with. So